Good afternoon, students.
Hi.
Welcome to fifth hour. We are going to begin algebra class today with a short activity. I'm going to hand out some note cards to several students. And if I give you note cards, please come to the front of the room and stand in a line. We are going to start with Hope, and I would like her to read off what her note card says.
Smush them together. Eat it. Spread the peanut butter. Take out bread. Get the plate. Get a knife. Spread the jelly.
Are those all the steps? Okay, you may return to your seats. Thank you, girls. I don't know if you realized it, but those were the steps for making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Who can tell me if you think that if you followed these steps that were read out loud in the order that they were read, that your sandwich would turn out?
It wouldn't turn out good because the cards are in the right place.
What did you say at the end again? Say it a little louder.
Because the cards are in the right place.
They're not in order, right?
Because if you ate it before you make it, it wouldn't make any sense.
Very good. Today in algebra class, we're going to learn some steps for solving linear equations. We're going to learn the PEMDAS acronym for solving linear equations so that our algebra problems can turn out correct. Okay. I would like you to get out a notebook, and I'm going to demonstrate the PEMDAS steps, and I would like you to write them in your notes so that you can refer to them when you're solving problems later. PEMDAS stands for P is for parentheses, E is for exponents, M is for multiplication, D is for division, A is for addition, and S is for subtraction. When I'm solving a linear equation, I would go through the steps in PEMDAS in order to solve the problem. I would start out by asking myself, the P, is there parentheses in the problem? Yes or no? Do you have a question? Okay. Follow along then in your notes. Next, I would ask myself the E. Is there exponents in this problem? Yes or no? And if there was, then I would solve the exponents next. Next, I would ask myself M, multiplication. Is there multiplication in this problem? Yes or no? And then I would solve the multiplication if there was multiplication. Next, I would ask myself the D. Is there division in this problem? Yes or no? And then I would ask myself addition. Yes or no? And then subtraction. Yes or no? I'm going to show you a problem on the iPad using the Algebra Touch app, which you guys are going to later use on your own practice using PEMDAS. And we're going to go through the steps of order of operations to solve this problem. So I'm going to start out by asking myself, is there parentheses in this problem? Yes or no? Yes, there's parentheses. So I'm going to solve what's in the parentheses first. And then I'm going to ask myself, is there exponents in this problem? Yes or no? No, there's no exponents. So I'm going to move on to the next step. Is there multiplication in this problem? Yes, there is. So I'm going to solve the multiplication. And then I'm going to ask myself, is there division in this problem? Yes or no? Yes, there's division. So I'm going to solve the division in this problem. That gives me more multiplication. So who can tell me what's 25 problem? Yes or no? And then finally, I would ask myself, is there subtraction in this problem? Yes or no? Okay. Before we do any more problems, we're gonna take a slight pause in the lesson, and I'm gonna ask you to do a think, pair, share with your shoulder partner and talk about the steps in PEMDAS and make sure that your partner understands all the steps and what they stand for and how they would use it to solve an algebra problem. Once you finish discussing, please put your thumbs up so I know that you're done.
First, you check with the words. Multiplication, check with multiplication. Division, addition, subtraction.
Do you girls have any questions? You think you understand the process? Good. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple more problems, and I'm going to ask for your help to solve the next few problems. Make sure you're paying attention because you're going to have to do some of these on your own iPads and the next one that we're going to do is 4 plus 4 times 8 minus 2. So, take out your notes that you made on the order of operations. So make sure that's up. And we're going to ask ourselves, what is our first step? Who can tell me what the first step in solving this problem is? Hope.
See, is there parentheses?
Is there parentheses in this problem? Okay, so we're gonna do that first, right? Okay, what would we, tell me, how we would solve what's in the parentheses, 8 minus 2. Just ignore that plus that's in there. Yep, what's 8 minus 2? Good. Okay, so then I'm gonna ask myself the next step. What's the next step in the PEMDAS acronym? Scarlett?
Exponents.
That's correct, exponents. Is there exponents in this problem? Nope, so we move on to the next step. What's the next step, Scarlett?
Multiplication.
Is there multiplication in this problem? Yes. So what's 4 times 6?
24.
Good. Then I ask myself, what's my next step? Oh,
Division.
is there division in this problem? Nope, so I move on. Is there addition in this problem? What's 24 plus 4?
28.
Good. And what's my last step if there was anything left to do in this problem? Oh,
Subtraction.
yes. So my last step would be to ask myself if there was any subtraction, but 28 is our final answer. Very nice. All right. We are going to try one more together as a class. Make sure you're writing this down in your notes so you have it to refer to later. What would be the first step that I would take in solving this problem? Who can tell me what I would do first? Scarlett,
See if there's any parentheses.
is there parentheses? So tell me what my answer would be in the parentheses. 4 minus 1.
3.
Let's see if you're right. Good. What's my next step? Hope.
Exponents.
Is there exponents? No. So what would my next step after that be?
Multiplication.
Is there multiplication?
Yeah.
What's 3 times 3?
9.
Perfect. What's my next step? final step in this problem? If they had it,
Subtraction.
subtraction. You guys seem like you understand this. We're gonna move on now, and I'm gonna pass out iPads for everyone. And you guys are going to practice on your own a list of several problems using the Algebra Touch program. I'll be walking around the classroom too, if anyone has any questions. Okay. Hope, can you show me your notes that you were keeping with the Live Scribe pen today during our lesson?
This is what you were doing. And this is really helpful so I can study at home whenever I want to and get A's.
Okay, good.
Helps my learning.
So when you wrote down that problem, what were you recording me saying?
How to do it.
Okay, the steps for how to do it. Good. So now if you have any questions, you can just get the pen out and listen to the lecture?
Yeah.
Good. Nice job. And these are your notes, Scarlett? Very good notes.